Since for the great desire I have to see Padua, a wonderful place of arts, I am arrived to Lombardy, the great garden of great Italy, and all that jazz. Thanks to my father, I'm with you, trusty Tranio. Let's stop and smell the roses, for we will be carrying on soon with my studies. Pisa, known for grave citizens, loved forgiving me and my father, Vincenzo, a merchant who raised me in Florence. With his wealth and good deeds, I shall serve hopes all he hath. Dear Tranio, while I study philosophy and treat the happiness in Pisa, with Padua to come next.
Gentle master, I agree with you like usual, and I'm happy that you enjoy your studies. However, let's make sure we don't give up on our source of pleasure. My suggestion is use your love of philosophy as a conversation starter with friends. Use music and poetry to excite yourself. Maths and metaphysics to whatever you feel the liking. In other words, a study when you enjoy most, sir.
Thank you for your words of wisdom, great Tranio. Now, if only Bonidello would hurry here. We need to find a nice place with our friends to be staying. Hold on, who is this?
Why, it's the welcome party, of course. Gentlemen, I have had enough. You know my stand right now. None will persuade me to allow my youngest daughter to marry before Caterina. If either of you want to marry Kate, feel free.
No thanks. She's too rough for me. Hortensio, will you take her?
Excuse me, are you trying to make me look like a fool in the public eye? Are you trying to make me look easy?
We're not trying to pick you up, don't worry. With a temper like that, who would?
Believe me, I could care less what you say. The only interest I take in you is as my punching bag.
May God keep me safe from all women like her.
Oh, and me too. Good Lord.
Go.
This is quite fun to watch. Either this woman is quite mad or has a lot of guts.
However, her sister is very proper. Silence, Tranio.
My apologies, sir. Gentlemen, just so you two won't be tempted, Bianca darling, go inside. Be happy. Whatever happens, I'll love you just as much.
Please, she'd probably start crying if she could think of an excuse.
My sister, be happy in my misery. I'll do as you say, father, and go crawl up inside with a good book and listen to my favorite music. What did I do to deserve this? I'm sorry our goodwill caused Bianca's misery.
Gentlemen, silence. I have made up my mind. Bianca, go inside. Caterina, you may stay outside.
I will not be treated like a child being told what to do. Moosey, let's go.
You get to whence you came from. What you have to offer, nobody wants. Hortensio, our desire to be married isn't so great that we can't wait this out patiently. It's tough on the both of us. But to prove my love for Bianca, I'm going to see if I can find a good tutor to give her lessons in the things she enjoys.
I will the same, but wait 1 second, Gremio, sir. I know we've been opponents for this long, but I believe that with the both of our interests taken in consideration to become allies for a change. If we want Bianca's heart, it's what we must do.
What are you proposing?
Get a husband for her sister.
A husband? Satan.
I say a husband. I
say a devil. Hortensio, though her father may be very rich, any man is so very a fool to be married to hell.
I don't know. Just because we don't want to put up with her shenanigans ourselves, that doesn't mean the man who doesn't exist. There's bound to be a man who will take her, flaws included.
Oh, I suppose you're right. But all I know is I'd rather have a daily public whipping than put up with her.
The two choices about equal, it's true, but come since we must be friends for this obstacle. Let's work together to find a husband for Kate and free Bianca to have a husband too. Then we can go back to fighting with each other. Happy the man claims you, sweet Bianca, and may the best man win. What do you say?
Agreed. This imaginary suitor for Kate, I'd buy him the best horse in Padua if he'd get here quickly. Woo her, marry her, to take her to bed, and ride the house of her. Let's go.
Sir, is it possible one can fall in love so quickly?
You would have asked me 5 minutes ago. I say no. I now confess openly to you, Tranio. You are to me what Anna, Dito's sister, was to Queen of Carthage. I confide in you and tell you, Tranio, I'm on fire in agony. I'll die if I can't have this modest young girl as my wife. Advise me, Tranio. I know you can. Help me, Tranio. I know you will.
Master, this is no moment to lecture you. The heart won't be reasoned with. If love has touched you, and that is that. As the Roman parents advise, it is time to buy back your freedom at the lowest possible cost.
You're right. Please continue. I feel better already.
Sir, you are so focused on the girl, I'm afraid you'll miss the point.
Oh no, I saw the beauty in her face that greatly humbled Job. He saw it in Europa that time she brought him to his knees in Crete.
Is that all you noticed? You overlooked the part where her sister started making a ruckus and scolded the girl.
Tranio, I saw her coral lips move and breathe like perfume. Scarred and sweet, sacred and sweet, is all I saw in her.
Sir, if you left the girl, it's time to take action. The way things seem is that her sister is undesirable and her father can't wait to be rid of her. But until that, the girl is to remain grounded, locked up away from suitors.
Oh, Tranio, why must the sweet girl suffer? Cold father he is. Still, did you notice he was in need to hire tutors for her?
Yes, and now it's plotted.
I have it, Tranio.
I think we're thinking the same thing.
Tell me yours first.
You will be a professor and teach the girl. Is that what you're thinking?
It is. May it be done?
No, you're supposed to be here in Padua studying. So who will take your place when Centio's son? Live in his house, pour over his books, welcome his friends, and wine and dine his fellow friends from Pisa.
Don't worry, I have it all figured out. No one has seen us yet. And no one knows what we look like. It's obvious. You will be me, Tranio, live in my house, instruct the servants, and do everything in my place just as I would. I will impersonate some other made-up fellow. Some guy from Florence, Pizza, or Naples. That's the plan. Take off what you're wearing and put it on my hat and cloak.
Whatever you need, sir, since it is your pleasure and I am tied to be obedient, as your father asked me at our parting to be serviceable to my son, I am to be a persuasive Lucentio because I adore you.
Anyhow, faithful man, let it be said the lady whose sudden entrance into my life has left her mark. Here comes the road. But Delia, where have you been?
Where was I? Where are you?
Did he steal your clothes? Did you steal his clothes?
Oh, tell me what's going on.
It's no time for a joke. Tranio and I came close to save my life. I killed a man in a fight since we came ashore, and I'm worried someone saw me. While I may escape, I need you to wait on Tranio as though he were me, understand?
Yes, sir.
Also, never call Tranio by his true name. He's now Lucentio.
Okay.
I'd second your wish if it meant that Lucentio could have Baptista's youngest daughter. This is for your master's sake, not mine. Also, watch your step when around other people. Address me as your master, Lucentio, when others are about. Aside from that, you may call me Tranio.
Tranio, let's go. One last thing is up to you. You have to woo Bianca. Don't ask why. I know what I'm doing. Just trust me.
Stand your...
Lay. Sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Kane is in the building, nigga.
Already the show goes on all night. Till the morning we dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they will see?
You know my stand right now. None will persuade me to allow my youngest daughter to marry before Caterina. If either of you want to marry Kate, feel free.
No thanks. She too rough for me. Potential.
If you want to marry Kate, feel free.
No thanks. She's too rough for me. Hortensio, will you marry her?
Oh, you're trying to make me look easy in the public eye? Well, I won't be looking.
Gentlemen, I have had enough. You know my stand right now. None will persuade me to allow my youngest daughter to marry before Caterina. If either of you want to marry Kate, feel free.
No thanks. She's too rough for me. Hortensio, will you take her as a wife?
Oh, trying to make a public.
Gentlemen, I have had enough. You know my stand right now. None will persuade me to allow my youngest daughter to marry before Caterina. If either of you want to marry Kate, feel free.
No thanks. She's too rough for me.
Stop laughing, you little twerp. Oh, trying to make a public fool out of me? Making me look easy in the public eye.
We're not trying to make
Her.
Oh, and me too. Good lord.
Is that it? Okay, I'd probably start crying if she could think of an excuse.
My sister, be happy in my misery.
Just as much.
Please, she'd probably think of an excuse to cry if she could think of an excuse.
You can go back to whence you came from. What you have to offer.
No,
nobody
Danny's
wants.
supposed to speak.
I'm sorry our goodwill caused Bianca's misery.
Gentlemen, silence. I have made up my mind. Bianca, Go inside.
What about me?
I care about you. You can go anywhere you
You're
want.
supposed to say. You can
It doesn't
say if
say-
you
it-
want.
It doesn't.
It doesn't?